We got some Minecraft 2 news, we got some GTA 6 news, and then I also want to give an update on Trove, but before we get into that, I do want to give away this dragon over here. It is the Pyric dragon from the Longshade area, so if you're unable to get to that area, or if you don't want to farm it, you have a potential chance to win it right here. I'll put up the code on screen, so first one to enter it, first one wins. A little extra giveaway from my previous giveaway, so huge shoutouts to Circus for doing this giveaway. He has provided me a code to give away to one of you guys, one of you lucky winners. So if you do win, let me know in the comments down below. Curious on who actually wins the code, or if you want to remain anonymous, that's also cool. And if you guys do want to, I'll leave a link to his Discord server in the description down below. He has his own club called Oblivion, and to join it, it's 2 I's instead of an L. I did ask him about the name, but he wasn't able to get the one with an L. Shoutouts to Game Ago for just not being helpful for that, but that's besides the point. One of you guys win a dragon. Check out his club. I'll leave that all in the description. And if you do want to check out his club, I'll leave the /joinworld command in the description as well. So if you want to copy and paste it, you do have to be on PC. You can't be on console and try to get to a PC club. Just how the game is set up. I really hate that it's not cross-platform, but I guess Game Ago would have to go through a few different hurdles to make that possible, but it doesn't seem likely unless some other huge company ends up buying Trove and then just maybe making the game better. Either way, speaking of making the game better, we have other games that are being made better, potentially. I know I'm a little bit late to this news, but we have the announcement of Minecraft 2, which I'm sure you guys have heard about, and if you haven't, basically Notch put out a tweet basically announcing Minecraft 2. He said he wasn't gonna make exactly Minecraft 2, but something similar. So I can see this going 2 different ways, and I guess that there is only 2 different options for this. It can either go pretty well because Minecraft had a pretty huge success and still has a pretty huge success, like people still play Minecraft, and the game actually still gets updated. So people do enjoy it. I like going back to it every now and then, just seeing like the new things they added to the game. And I wouldn't really necessarily say that they always do big updates, but I don't know, if I don't go back to the game for a couple years, I usually see something pretty big, like the cave update, for example. And I believe they have dungeons now or something, I don't even know. So I'm not really sure what they would add in Minecraft 2 in terms of like gameplay mechanics, if they're going to keep that all the same. I would imagine that things change, and the issue falls when things change, because usually people like the original and sometimes you just can't beat the original. And I think that's one of the biggest issues for a game like Call of Duty, for example. Like myself, and I'm sure maybe most of you guys enjoyed the old days of COD, like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 3, like I don't know, Modern Warfare 2, just the older stuff. And then when we get to like the newer ones like Advanced Warfare, Ghosts, Black Ops 4, I don't even know what the new ones are at this point, they just really didn't hit the same, just didn't feel good gameplay wise, and at the end of the day, just kind of a copy paste. And for a game like Call of Duty, it's pretty annoying that they release a new one every year, because all of the progress you make for that one game kind of goes to waste when the new one comes out, if that makes sense. So with a game like Minecraft, assuming they keep that around for a while and don't make a Minecraft 3, you actually keep your progress. I hope that making worlds, servers, all that stuff will be easier. I know that there's already free ways to do all that stuff, but I just miss the old days on console where you could just create a new world and then just straight up invite a friend. Like, that was just super simple. On PC, it's a little bit complicated. I really have no idea what's going to be added, because I don't really think anything got announced, apart from the potential of a Minecraft 2. Now, we don't fully know if it's actually going to get developed. It was just in the talks, and I would imagine it would take a while for that game to get released, so I don't know if we'll see it in 2025, but a game that we might see in 2025 is GTA 6. So if everything goes according to plan, it is said that it could release in fall of 2025. Now, I feel like it's a bit rushed, but maybe they have a good team behind them. I really don't know. Now, I wasn't like a huge GTA fan growing up. Like, I did play some of them, and when I say I played some of them, I played them on the PSP, like the really old ones. And then later on console, I got GTA 5, and that right there was a huge game changer. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a ton, but it's mainly enjoyable with friends. Like, there are things you can do solo, but for the most part, you'd want to play that with friends or people you know, or maybe you get to know more people. I don't know, just something like that. I don't know what they can do to GTA 6 to make it better. I'm not a dev, but I hope that they can at least contribute something new. Like multiple things new, not just releasing a new iPhone and quote unquote making the battery or camera quality a little bit better. That's just a little bit lame in my opinion. And going back to GTA 5, for example, I don't know if you guys remember, but I can kind of compare this to Trove, but both games had a horrible duping issue. On Trove back in 2024, I'm sure most of you guys already remember and are seeing the aftermaths on console especially, but on GTA 5 there was a huge DNS thing where you're able to get tons of money and XP, and somehow they were able to recover from that. They banned a few people, I'm sure. I really don't know how they managed to recover from all of that duping, but they just constantly released new content and made the game experience overall better. So hopefully going into GTA 6 they don't make a mistake like that. And I would imagine day of the launch the servers are just gonna be horrible, because that's what it was on GTA 5, and just in general servers are really bad on the day of the launch. Would be pretty cool to see both of those games appear in 2025, and if that is the case, I don't know what's gonna happen with Trove. A lot of people I could see end up quitting for those games, or maybe other games, or they just might get bored of Trove. And I've said this before, but I think Trove just has like one potential chance to make a comeback. They're like one update away from just losing more people, so they gotta plan this out strategically with the limited amount of people I'm sure they have on their team. I will give them this, the gear crafting update. I wasn't a fan of Crystal 5, but the update in general seemed pretty decent to get crystalline cores and stuff like that, and just a pretty good start to the gear in general, because you get 2 stars instead of starting at 0. So that was pretty good. Everything else, pretty bad in my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. But if Trove makes one little hiccup, one little mess up, or if another duping aftermath takes place or something horrible, I can see Trove maybe dying, but I'm not sure if that's the right word. Let's just say I can see a lot less people playing the game. Maybe occasionally some people coming back, checking out what the game is still like, but overall people just leaving the game entirely. I know the Frosty boxes not coming back this year, or I guess technically last year, was a pretty huge deal breaker for most. Now, I'm pretty upset about that too. I could have used that for gems, and I'm sure a lot of you guys could have as well. But it does make sense why they didn't add it, because of all of the duping and the chaos that would have taken place if they brought those back. Although they did promise us a reward, and we just never got that, I guess. Wouldn't really be the first time they never fulfilled their promise on giving us a reward. Allegedly, though. We'll just put that out there. Allegedly. It's all fun and games. And you know, Trove could be all fun and games if they just took care of their game a little bit better. But I like the game, so that's why I can be so critical about it. And you guys can too. Like I said, they have one chance of making the game better. I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I'm gonna predict that they're gonna put out one big update for this year. Before they promised us 2 big updates a year, but I guess, I don't know, there's like no one on the staff team, so it's probably gonna be one if I had to guess. And then maybe like 3 or 4 little updates along the way. Or it could just be one update broken up into like 7 different pieces or something, however they end up doing it. But if that update takes a turn for the worst, then that's kind of a GG's. Like, surely they don't do this, so I'm just gonna throw this out there because it's pretty wild if they do this. But if they put out Mystic Gems and they give us a resource that is almost impossible to farm, not only would it take us about 3 to 6 months to max out Mystic Gear, but if it takes us about half a year just to max out our gems, then I wouldn't be surprised if more people call it quits right there. Even if we were to max out our Mystics and then potentially Mystic Gems, whatever ends up happening, we wouldn't really benefit from all that damage. Like, maybe we can one-shot things a little bit better in D14, like Neon Ninja could probably one-shot stuff. Like, I guess that'll be cool. Maybe we can get a little bit further in delves. I really don't know. But overall, it's just not the update we need. So I'm hoping that the devs, or maybe dev, I really don't know, really make a change for the better, because it's only a matter of time before more games come out and then people just end up quitting for that. I'm curious on what you guys think, so let me know in the comments down below. And while we're on the topic of gear, gems, all that stuff, I finally maxed out all of my gems for all of my classes. So that's a pretty huge milestone for me, because I remember back in the day, I maxed out all of my stellar gems. And then Game Go was like, you know what? Let's give you guys crystal gems. And then I was like, okay, well, don't know how I'm gonna do that for all my classes, but you know, finally got there after about 2 or 3 years. I don't remember when the that update first dropped. And now the only thing I have to work on is Mystic Gear until they end up giving us something new. But man, that has been a struggle and a huge journey on its own. And now there isn't really a whole lot to do. I guess I want to farm Mystic Gear, but it's gonna take a really long time. So I'm most likely gonna utilize my Mondays still just to get the extra soul adepts. In case you guys didn't know, that depth delves gives you an extra soul adept, and if you have patron, you get 1 extra again. So if you use the normal keys, it's pretty much 3 per vault. I'm gonna keep doing that on Mondays. Gonna keep doing 5-star farms on streams every single day. Pretty close to every day. Maybe not every day, but pretty close to every day. So until they end up giving us an easier way to actually farm these things, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, and then also just working on alt accounts and stuff. And the biggest thing of all, I want to help out you guys as well, so I will be putting out more guides, tutorials, things like that out for you all. And since I actually have all of my gems done, the biggest thing I want to do is I want to make a video on the damage comparison between all of the classes, just so you guys can get a better feel for who does the most amount of damage, and maybe that can decipher who you want to end up playing. I can also do those 30 minutes of farming footage in case you guys want to know what it's like to farm with that class. Now, I'm not too sure if I want to do all of the classes in just adventure worlds. Maybe I can do some in delves, but I think for the most part I'll just farm with them casually, like whichever gem box I need, just in case if you guys want to farm with that class. I really don't recommend farming in adventure worlds with like Gunslinger, for example, but it is something I can do if you guys are interested. But anyway, that's gonna be all for today's video. Just wanted to give you guys a little update, and as always, appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys being here. Please drop a like, it does help out the channel a ton, and also subscribe if you find yourself coming back to my channel, and I'll see you all later.